Hi guys, I'm back. I dyed my hair. I was trying to hide the gray hairs. I feel like I like the other parts. I just don't necessarily like the highlights. So I'm gonna go back and get it fixed. There's something about the highlights that I just don't like aesthetically on myself. Like this, I don't like how that looks. So I'm gonna go get it fixed in a couple of weeks, but I'm kind of really busy this month with family stuff and just like stuff I had already planned out and doctor's visits. Of course, I have a million trillion doctor's visits. That's always what happens to me. Something will happen to me and then I'm just like, well, I just need to book all of the appointments and then I need re-checkups. And so I have 1 or 2 doctor's appointments a week this month. Today I'm getting ready to go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist in a little while, so I was expecting to have like 10 cavities or something like that, especially because lately I've been snacking in the middle of the night. But I only had 1 almost cavity is what they called it, so I need to go get it taken care of today. The dentist always gives me a little bit of anxiety. I don't like the loud noises. Loud noises give me anxiety. Everything gives me anxiety. So if you guys are wondering what happened with me after the last video, I don't think I'm necessarily ready to fully talk about it, but that situation came to a close at the beginning of June. I've had time to grieve everything. Of course, my grief isn't completely gone at this time, but I feel a lot better and I'm on my antidepressants, so that makes me feel a lot better also. And after the chaos of everything was done, I felt really lonely and I felt like I was purposeless. Since that situation gave me kind of a purpose as a caretaker, so I asked my husband if we could get another puppy, and we did. We got her from the local shelter. Her name is Bonnie Josephine, but I call her Bonbon all the time, and she is such a troublemaker. She's 12 weeks old. She's just an itty bitty baby. Me going to the dentist right now is gonna be the first time I'm leaving Bonnie by herself. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'm gonna put her in the office. I'm just gonna clear absolutely everything from the floor and have those little baby safety things on the plugs, getting rid of all of the wires, so hopefully she doesn't get into anything, leaving a bunch of toys for her, toys that are safe. She is a handful. My allergies got super bad this year. I thought I had strep throat because I had some weird stuff going on my tonsils and in the back of my throat, but I went in a few times and like the 3rd time that I went in, they said I had something called cobblestone throat. I never even knew that existed, but apparently it's part of hay fever. I don't freaking know. Basically, it just means I had such bad allergies that my throat was freaking out and was like, help me please. And so now I'm on prescription nasal spray. Look at everybody. I love you. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. I think I told you guys a while back that my fibromyalgia makes me forget certain things. And lately it's been a little bit weird because it'll make me forget things in English, but I'll somehow remember it in Spanish, how to say the certain word that I'm looking for. Well, sometimes I do draw a complete blank, but a lot of the time I have been remembering how to say it in Spanish because Spanish was my first language, and maybe that has a little something to do with it, but I've been having a lot of Hilaria Baldwin moments where I'm just like, how do you say this super common word in English? I know how to say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say it in English. I've not used this hair straightener in a little bit of a while. Let me tell you, I got this hair straightener on HSN when I lived in Mammoth. I only lived there for a little bit, like a month or 2, I don't remember. It was a short time. That was when I worked at the nightclub down there. It was a fun experience. But anyway, I got this hair straightener at that time and it's been maybe like 14 years maybe? I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's been more than 10 years and it still works. See, like this area here is something that I just don't like about my hair right now. I just don't like that look. If it makes any sense, I feel like it looks very unnatural. Even though it's not natural and it's not gonna look natural, I only want it to look unnatural if that's the purpose. like once I had purple hair, and I might go that way this time. I don't know, I have to talk to my hairdresser this time. I didn't go to the usual one that I go to because she was busy and she didn't text me back, and I just needed my grays covered for something. So I went somewhere else, and I guess maybe we had a breakdown in communication as to what I exactly wanted. So this is what I ended up with. And I texted my other hairdresser and was like, can you please help me? Can you fix this? I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how easy it'll be. And so we were kind of discussing options, and turning my highlights purple is one of the options. I just want my grays to be eventually integrated into my head in a way that's really easy to maintain. If you hear any crazy noises, that's my puppies playing. That's how they play. They're very vocal when they play. Boom Boom, do you want to go help me clean the office so that you can stay in there later? I swear to God, if you're being in my closet. I still have to put blush on because I don't know where my blush got off to. It's probably in the downstairs bathroom because that's where I got ready last time. But we are now in the office. It's my husband's office. There are still some sample paint splotches up there. He doesn't want this other color in here. It's like a whitish, bluish, grayish situation that I have in all of the other bedrooms. He wants more of a forest green, loungy situation in here. But for now, I must clean this area up so that Boom Boom can have a safe space to be. And my husband, being the person that he is in life, he leaves everything everywhere, so I've got to clean this up. So I've got my trash bag and my gigantic box to put anything in that I deem dangerous. So let's get started. Boom Boom, please leave my box alone. I need that. I always forget how much longer it takes to get out of the house when they're this age. I always forget how much energy they have at this age. It's like how when they say that moms forget the pain of labor and then they have another kid and another kid. I feel like it's the same for me with puppies. I just forget all of the struggles and then I get another one and it's like, oh gosh. But actually my other two dogs that I adopted, they were, Eva was 1 when I adopted her and Soul was around 8. So they had been out of that puppy stage. Pegasus I got when she was almost 3 months old, so she was kind of a handful. Now she's 1, but she still has a ton of energy, and I think that has to do with the type of dog she is. She's like a lab mix. And Boom Boom, well, she's only a couple weeks old, so she wants to bite everything. And so here's the plan. I'm leaving Soul in the primary bedroom. He's just most comfortable there, and he's used to it, and he does not do well when his routines are changed up. So he will stay here with Bluey on, and then Boom Boom will be in the office with Bluey on. And then I have to close both bedroom doors. Soul, like I said, is a little bit grumpy old man, and Pegasus has so much energy that whenever we are around, she is very well behaved. But when we leave, because we have cameras, we can see that she wants to play really badly, and so she's chasing Soul around, and Soul is just so upset the whole entire time because he doesn't want to play. But Pegasus doesn't understand that. She thinks it's just a whole little chase situation. So we have to separate them with the door closed. And Pegasus and Boom Boom get along really, really well. They love to play, but Boom Boom is so little still, and we just don't want anybody getting hurt without our supervision. So they too must be separated. Everybody's gonna be in their own areas of the house. Pegasus, of course, has the biggest area because she has so much energy. She loves to run up and down the stairs. So we have a TV in the landing that will also be on, and we also have a TV downstairs in the living room that will also be on. So we'll have 4 TVs going on either Bluey or the Hallmark Channel. Like I said, we do have cameras to be able to check up on them, but sometimes I feel like it stresses me out a little bit more just to look into the cameras because I'm going to be at the dentist, and whether I want to get back here in 10 seconds or not, I just can't. And so I have to just kind of tell myself I've done everything that I can in order to prevent them from getting hurt in any way. And that's just really gonna have to be enough to soothe my mind and my anxiety for now. I'm certain everything will be just fine. It's just my anxiety that gets through the roof and just my mind catastrophizing everything like I always do. Bonbon is playing with this little toy that we got them at Target. I didn't really know if they were gonna like it or not. It's a wood toy. I think it's from Arm & Hammer. I don't know, I have to double check and then I'll link it if you guys want on my Instagram. They love this. I only got one, and after I saw how much both Bonbon and Pegasus loved it, I ordered another one, and they have one that's, oh gosh, I always call it a wrench, but it's something else, like a clamp. I don't know. It's something else, but it's super, super adorable. And these are made out of wood. The other ones that they have and that are pretty popular are made out of plastic. And so everybody's just like, you know, don't get those. Even though we do have some of those, I'll probably end up getting rid of them, even though they love them. But they like this one a lot better, so I definitely recommend it. That is Pegasus. She likes to sit at the window in my husband's office, and she has a view of the front of the house, and she will bark at absolutely anybody walking by or anybody coming out of their very own house to get in their very own car, minding their very own business. I got these really cheap wired headphones for when I went to get my hair done because I knew it was going to be a while, and it ended up being like 3 or 4 hours. So I was listening to an audiobook, but I brought that up because at my old dentist, they would play movies for me. Like they have a little TV in front of you and they'll play whatever movie that you want off of this list. You get to pick it, and I would always pick Legally Blonde. But this dentist is close to my house. The other dentist was close to my parents' house where I lived for a very long time. And I just didn't want to make the switch because I didn't trust any of the dentists. So I kept on going over there, and it was just a whole situation trying to schedule something and being able to be out there at the same time and not having any scheduling conflicts. So I will be taking those to my dental appointment this time too. I think it'll help me with my anxiety to be listening to something else or to just be doing something else. And so I will let you guys know how that goes. We're outside now doing last tinkles and poopies before I leave, and hopefully getting them tired enough to take a little bit of a nap and not be so sad that I'm not here. Bonbon definitely gets separation anxiety just because, well, we've never been apart, but whenever I leave the room, she starts to cry. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing. What I mean is I don't know if she cries because she knows I'm still in the house and I can hear her, or even if I leave, she's gonna be crying the whole time. That's kind of what worries me. I don't want her to be in emotional distress for however long I'm gone, maybe like an hour and a half. I'm back from the dentist. Everything went really quickly. I was in there at 10 and out at 10:17 because I only had the one cavity here, I think. So it was really quick, and Costco's right next door, so I just decided to stop at Costco, and I got the puppies some chew toys, and I got a bunch of stuff, and I most definitely got the Tres Leches cake because I'm obsessed with it right now. I get obsessed with things for a period of time, and right now that thing is Tres Leches cake from Costco. My husband and I are going to be going to my parents' house this weekend, and I'm going to stay there until Tuesday because there's going to be a 12-hour power outage here, and Bonbon is so young. She still can't regulate her body temperature very well, and she freaks out when she's even a little bit warm. And it's handy that it's gonna be our month anniversary, so we're just gonna do something out there. We literally live in the middle of nowhere. Anything even kind of decent is like 15-20 minutes away. I know that's not very far in the grand scheme of things, but I'm used to things being super close by, like walkable or 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. And also they have a ton more dining options and just options to do things out there in general. So that's where I want to spend my month anniversary. And I'll get a chance to see my niece and my nephew, my sister, and obviously my mom and my dad. Oh, and Bonnie, I don't know how she did while I was gone. I didn't want to check the cameras because it was just going to create more anxiety for me. But when I got home, she cried so hard. It was like heartbreaking, but super cute at the same time. I don't have to leave her anytime soon again, so that's a good thing.